Saturday's Mirror. And I don't know about you, Steve, but I'm not opposed to being called naughty. I made a good living from it.
Many of your usernames include that, apparently. But this is about how you raise your kids. A subject close to my heart. I got this child,
of course you
7-month-old. I love that little...
Right, let's rephrase that. I have a child. I've got this child. Sounds like you've acquired the child somehow.
It's mine.
Got hold of this child.
As we were saying earlier, I love him dearly, which is weird. We've only known him for 7 months and we've not really talked.
But you have to look after Leo's child as well now, don't you?
Yeah, making the GBNews creche.
Yeah,
it's the only way to make money in this business. You do get paid for childcare. However, this expert says that you shouldn't use the phrase naughty to a child and says it's as bad in terms of abuse as hitting the child. No, it's not. So that's the counter-argument to that. Because it's not, is it? Give me a choice between you hitting me or calling me naughty. Maybe do both, actually, but we know what you're like. The whole article then goes on, she's a cognitive behavioural therapist, and then says that even words like good could cause damage. Well, pick a lane. You can't call the kid naughty or good. Or you just sit in silence? How's he ever going to learn to speak?
Well, this is a very hands-off, sort of libertarian approach to parenting in which you just let the child be who they are.
Yeah.
And there also was a book out about parenting a few years ago, and it was written by a top psychologist, and she said, and we interviewed her on the radio, and she said that it's wrong to make a child say thank you for things. Have manners at the table.
If you want to breed an absolute monster.
Yeah.
I mean, because this child will have to live in the real world. I've got a friend who their partner didn't like to use the word no around kids. It's such a negative thing. Yeah, but you're going to live in a world where the word no has meaning. And if you can't be told no as a child, you're going to have anger problems when you get told no and you're a 6'2", 25-year-old bloke, and then all of a sudden there's a bigger problem. You know, the world has to require some of these rules.
Yeah. What's going on, Nick?
Yeah, it's Rousseauian nonsense. The idea that we're just best completely free and we'd just all be perfect. Children need discipline, like you've said. Otherwise, they become monsters. I've got some kids live near me, and you never see their parents ever. They scream all day. This idea, the idea you can't even be good. She's saying here, so many adults feel the need to be good. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
What do you want? Just total anarchy and chaos. It's like, I think you touched on it, it's like Jordan Peterson would say, like, it's a great way to make your child hated. Like, if your child will be hated because they won't be able to follow normal patterns of behaviour.
Your Jordan Peterson's very close to your Kermit.
Well, they always say that he's like Kermit.
All right. Then I think I can feel a sketch coming. I could write that for a different...
Is this also part of a movement that's undermining the rights of parents to raise their children as they see fit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should.
The attack on families, the attack on parents.
Absolutely. It's the attack on the family. It should be iron Victorian discipline, Mark. No,
because stuff's happening. I don't want to take us down the sort of trans rabbit hole, but in Scotland, for example, legislation has been drawn up that would allow children at primary school to choose their own pronouns and their own names, independent of the wishes of the parents. I just wonder, am I putting two and two together and coming up with...
No, you're right.
Nearly made it a show without a trans issue. Honestly, I've read through these stories going, look at this, not 3 tonight, but you managed it. Of course you did.
Yeah, but do you not think we demonise parents slightly now?
Absolutely. It's undermining the family, absolutely.
But the counter to your first point, like, is this taking away the rights of the parents? No, you can ignore this cognitive behavioural therapist. Like, I'm still in charge of, I will be saying no to my child because I want him to be a good person.
Yeah.
And I'll say he's good because he's pretty good. So just ignore advice if you don't like it. Don't cry about it.
Ignore advice. I like the sound of that.